Hey, how's it going? So this is just a very quick video. I just want to show you that you can actually punch through armor, because I know I whine a lot about Ninja Tabi and Radiant Omen, but if you all in and you play well, you can still punch through it with a new lethal temple, right? Even if you don't have, because my whining is pretty much about, hey, if they just buy Ninja Tabi, Radiant Omen, or Brambel Vest, you can't really do damage unless you buy Kraken Slayer, right? And Kraken Slayer is so expensive, by the time you buy it, um, one of the laning phases is going to be over and it's going to start. Fiesta is going to start, like Arama is going to start, right? So I'm saying no, that's not the case. You'll see that I can still punch through There's a kill I didn't hear. Where was it? So this set is playing like super, super, super defensive, right? So I'm able to... What items does he have? Okay. So that's not the kill. So we are blue, right? So we need to look for blue kills. Could be here. So in here he dies again, I think, right? Did I turret dab him? Yeah. Yeah. That's the kill I'm talking about, right? So now the issue we have in here is I have 2 levels on him. And he has close to no farm at all. But again, you see, he has the perfect items. This is exactly what I was whining about. I was saying it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter how well you play, because the tank can just sit under turret, buy those 2 items, and you literally do no damage, because this item is so busted. Right, it's just so busted. Brambel Vest, I think, is a better buy early. But, I mean... We end up losing this game, by the way, because we have no jungler. But I'm saying that, look, you can punch through it. You can punch through it, right? So I froze the wave. This guy's, like, very far behind, so I froze the wave, right? And you see, I do damage. I do damage. It's not a lot, but it's enough, right? But honestly, like, we have to factor in, if this guy levels up twice, right? And I suspect that his runes are not... Yeah, you see, he doesn't have double armor runes. The problem I'm having, when they go double armor... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, the problem I'm having, when they go double armor, right, in the runes, they play passive, so I can't kill them, and they are behind by like 20 farm, but the same level. The problem is you do no damage, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing damage in here, yeah, but I mean, you have to factor in I'm like 2 levels ahead of this guy. And you see, like, well, I kind of dove into his turret wave, right? But do you see how little damage I'm doing, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you see how little damage I'm doing? Like, it's so stupid, like... Let me just see. Yeah, so do you see, like, unless I crit every single time, I do absolutely no damage. Like, what was that? How much damage was that? Let's just have a look at this order, right? So it is a problem. It is a problem. Like, Ninja Tabi and Radiant Omen and Thornmail are just like such a hard counter to Trynda. Okay, let's look at the damage. So he's 1158, right? Yeah. I need 11 auto attacks to kill him. And that's 1008 damage, you know. Because if you factor in if he double levels, right, he'll have like, how much health do I have? 1-4, yeah, so he'll have something like 1-4 as well. So that's 14 autos, and he's probably gonna have more armor. And if he wasn't so far behind on items, the damage would be like 60 or 70 per auto attack, assuming it's a crit, right? I mean, think about it. I'm critting for 108, right? And if this guy had a bit more armor, right, double armor in his runes, and was the same level as me, I would be doing like 80 per crit. And if it wasn't crit, it would be like 40. Do you know what I mean? So, and plus he would have 100 same health as me because he has the same levels. I mean, how many hits do I have to do to actually do damage to him? Do you know what I mean? It's just too stupid. Like this item here is stupid. For the price that you pay, the stats it gives against auto attackers is simply stupid, right? Imagine 12% damage reduction from first level item. And then this item here, god, like, what the hell is this? And then Radiant Omen also reduces the auto attack damage of the person who hits you by 10%. So that's another 10% damage reduction. And then 20% from the crit. I mean, you do no damage, do you know what I mean? Unless you have a Kraken Slayer. But look, my auto attack didn't even register. My standard auto attack, right? Okay, so that's a standard auto attack, right? You see? It didn't even register. So 108. 108, okay. So he's 944, right? 944. 947. He's 88. Okay, so 9. So he was 947, and now he's 888. So what's that? Oh shit, I haven't been doing maths with that calculator in like forever. Let me just try to do this in here. So it's 947, and he's now on 888, right? So we give 10 here, 17. Oh Jesus, 17 minus 8, I think is 9, right? So we give 10 in here, so this is now 13. So that's 5. So I did 59 damage, right? I just did the math. It's 59 damage for a standard auto. So do you see the problem? Like 59 damage, dude. Right? So imagine this guy, right? Double armor in his runes, right? He's not behind, and he has 1477 health as me, right? I would have to do about 30 auto attacks to kill him. Like 30 auto attacks. You see, the problem I'm saying is that first, not only do you have to have Kraken, second, you have to have some kind of crit item, right? So it gives you, so you can crit more. Because if you don't crit, like, I mean, there is no damage. Like, it doesn't even register. So the only damage types are just technically speaking, just the crits and Kraken. I mean, crits won't do much by mid game against this type of build. And you have to factor in that the build is very expensive. Very expensive. Right? Kraken Slayer is like the most expensive item in the game is Kraken Slayer. Now, it's the most effective. I agree. No, I'm not disputing this, right? But you have to factor in But if you're building Kraken Slayer, somebody like Caitlyn or some ADC with a dash like Lucian, if they build Gale Force, you cannot duel them. You cannot duel them because they will have too many dashes, right? Now, the build I make, you can't duel them because I include, like, I only have 2 offensive items, everything else is defensive items, right? So if they go Gale Force, their damage is just so low you can literally run at them, right? You can just catch up to them, right? Assuming they don't have a support. If they have support, you're just doomed, pretty much, right? Now, if you on another side, if you go Gale Force, right, you will literally do no damage to champions like Seth, Renekton, Darius, Garen, Jax, right? Literally not registering the damage, right? So you have to go Kraken Slayer. There's no other way. And God forbid, this would be something like Ramos or Malphite, dude, right? I'm telling you, these items are way too cheap. They're just way too cheap. Because I mean, think about it, right? These shoes are 1,100, right? And you get Berserker Graves for the same price. I mean, what will 35 attack speed give you if you do no damage? Like, if the damage is not registering, how effective is 35 attack speed? It's like useless. Do you know what I'm saying? Completely useless. Now, obviously, the counter strategy would be just to build Ninja Tabi as well. That would be the counter strategy, because then this guy would do literally no damage. Like, I mean, what is it gonna do? Like, what's his abilities? I mean, well, with his shield he will, but I mean, with auto attacks, you see my W decreases his auto attack damage to like 65. I mean, he will do 0 damage as well, right? I mean, 89 on his face breaker. Like, I mean, come on, dude. 200 on his R. I mean, yeah, if you just go basically, if you just match his plated steel caps, whatever, I think he'll do no damage as well. But then you see, then the problem becomes is it becomes a coin flip game because he cannot kill you and you cannot kill him, and then it becomes whoever has the better team wins, right? Because I mean, let's face it. I mean, Tryndamere with Ninja with the steel-plated caps, right? He needs attack speed, and with Kraken Slayer, I mean, it's not a good synergy because um, you won't be able to be super big threat mid game because I mean you're missing 35 attack speed, and of course it's snowballing with your lethal tempo because the faster you attack, the faster you can build up your lethal tempo, which means you get more crits, you get more spins, so your damage really falls because you're missing that 35 attack speed. Do you know what I mean? So if you go the steel caps, you're literally just the lane becomes like a tank lane. You might as well just go Nasus, right? Because you're basically waiting to see whose team is better, and that's it. Because both you, like Seth in this game, did nothing, right? Like if you look in here, he did absolutely nothing. Because I mean, look at his build. Like seriously, what the hell is this, right? Full armor. And like the only kills he picked up was because of team fighting and because we have inters on our team. This guy already made a video about him. Like if you see him, this guy here, Miyos Shoji, right? Just dodge the game. He's a pure inter, and he actually stopped playing at all, so we lost. But they have, you see, the problem is like they have inters as well. But I mean, the problem is just that they just kept dying. I don't know, like this game was weird, honestly. I thought we are just gonna crush them, but the problem, you see, we even have dragons, But the problem is, I think I have my chat muted. I think they started raging at each other, to be honest with you, because this guy just completely shut down. He stopped playing, and then this guy did not want to group, and these two were just jumping into 5 people and dying all the time, and it became this like big mess and fiesta. And I was just split pushing all the time, and they would just 5 men gank me like for the whole game, right? And would get away with it because I found it very difficult to escape because of this guy here, right? He was. It's very hard to escape Pike, to be honest with you, like very very hard. So my strategy of just like split pushing and running away, they countered it with basically Pike, right? Because I like Trynda can't kill Pike, to be honest with you, right? Because he has dashes, he has like his 1 million move speed, and then by the time I like he like the game was like he was catching up to me, he was slowing me, he was like throwing me with his spear, and then Shako would just come in and just like one shot. Then I had to ult. I do my spin again. This guy's cooldowns come back. He again catches up to me. He either Rs me, I die, or he just like slows me, and then the rest of the team just follows up, right? So that was the game. And of course, my team did not want. They were kind of like arguing with each other, so there was no follow up basically. It just became like this game where they just started winning, and that's it, right? So all of their kind of like 5 men ganking, I thought it was like the dumbest strategy ever. Paid off because my team did not want to um, play with each other, right? This guy just sitting here, like he's out of the game at this stage. But again, going back to the problem, that's the reason why I make this video, is because of this issue. This is a big problem, these items. I don't know what to do against them, to be honest with you. And this guy was like bad, do you know what I mean? And when you play against like good Renekton or like good Jax or Darius, and they start building these items, like you just useless. Do you know what I mean? It's just. And a lot of the times I'm under pressure to carry because I mean you can't rely on teammates in League. So you see when they do that kind of shit, you just like you automatically just default the game to whoever has a better team, and that's about it. Because I can't kill Darius with these items. It's not possible. I can't kill Seth with these items. If I'm talking about if we're break even, right? So if I'm like 20 gold ahead, maybe 1 kill on him, right? Early game, that's fine. I can kind of handle them early game. But once they get those items, Jesus Christ, it's unplayable, right? It's just pure unplayable. And like champs like Darius, Jax, and Renekton, they're so good at disengaging as well. So like you can't really all in, when they have this shit. Of course, like I said before, if I can build the same shit and just the lane just becomes useless. You're just it's like equivalent to me and him. We just disconnect from the game and go into spectator mode, and that's the equivalent of if both of us start building this shit. But I'm thinking to myself, like, if this guy is just doing this shit, like, where he just, like, look at his build, if it's just pure tank, right? Why is he playing Set? I mean, Mundo probably or Malphite would be a better pick in here, right? When you think about it. Well, I suppose Set is OP champion. He's running lethal tempo as well, right? Yeah, he is, yeah. Because Set is kind of OP champ. Because his ult is kind of like Malphite ult, and he also has like a massive stun where he just grabs everyone. So if he ults like in front of your team, he can just stun everybody. And he does true damage with his. Yeah, I think I can see why he's picking. I can see why he's running Set. Anyway, dude, like these items are busted. I don't wanna. I don't want to talk about them. All right, take care.